Tonight, we're naming the game. Fragile feelings wielded like policy. And what does that mean?
Burning the cities because they feel excluded.
More prisons.
Do you believe there's a difference between women and men?
Inclusion programs are coming under fire now.
The focus on race, first and foremost, has done us no favors.
DEI has turned into a political target. Time to do DEI efforts differently.
%40 of Americans agree that discrimination against white people is as big of a problem as discrimination against blacks and other minorities. The numbers don't lie, but people in power do. PRRI's national survey that they conducted recently shows 15% completely and 25% mostly agree with the anti-white discrimination and that it is a big problem.
Rewriting of this whole narrative it has such gall.
They even think it's as big of a problem as black and anti-minority discrimination.
Says who?
And this is 40% that net that agreement. But what I want you 40%ers to understand is belief doesn't equal reality, okay? 62% of white Republicans say white people face discrimination. Some of y'all gonna look at that and say, well, majority of black people say that black people face discrimination. First of all, let me break down that there's a difference between discrimination and oppression.
Discrimination. The unfair or prejudicial treatment of a person or group based on certain characteristics.
Discrimination, for example, is like when you go to get a driver's license and they tell you if you are visually impaired, you can't get a driver's license, okay? Some discrimination keeps people safe, but oppression is always bad. Oppression is like if you create a law that says you want to cut every DEI program, even though you don't know what the hell DEI is, and you base retaliation because of your fragility and your identity. That is oppression. It is institutionalized. A recent ruling that restored more than $2.65 billion in Harvard research funding after a political freeze because of their DEI programs. Court said you can't weaponize retaliation. That turbulence isn't just about Harvard. It signals how power responds when equity work gains traction. I can barely spit it out, y'all. When you recenter the dominant group's discomfort and you declare that it's reverse racism, and then you cut budgets, you stall hiring, or you muzzle diversity, equity, and inclusion, that's your hurt feelings. That's policy behavior dressed in feelings, okay? And if you empower, you get to express those feelings through policy. Now, BLS shows black people are about 13% of the US labor force, actually 14%, which is about 170 million workers, which equals about 22 million people.